how the law of attraction led to it. So I guess I'm seeing the law of attraction as kind of twofold. Like one is just this kind of alignment, like attracts like. I think the other, and tell me if this is wrong. The other is this idea that of like belief and like manifesting it into reality. So like if you believe it will happen, it will materialize. Is that also part of your version of law of attraction?
Yeah, if there's not a strong belief that this is going to be successful, if I were to think back, okay, I had a strong belief that this is going to be successful. I had a gut feeling on it. I was going off of instinct and then I took action. It's not that I just believed. I started having conversations. Like this was a conversation I had. I wanted to meet up with him because I wanted to tell him I'm about to leave this company and start my executive recruiting firm. Not knowing he was going to say, once you do that, I'll introduce you to
Okay.
our HR team. I had no idea that was going to happen. But
Okay.
what did I do before? I had that strong belief. I was taking action steps by making people aware, the right people that have maybe similar traits to me. Maybe we align with certain values.
Hmm.
And then naturally, that happened. The opportunity came up. I believe I attracted it because of those steps that I took. But without that strong belief, yeah, I mean, I don't feel like things could happen like that. And then if you take no action, like some people are like, I'm going to manifest, I'm going to imagine. Yeah, but you take no action, it's not going to happen for you.
Right.
And I see it all the time. Like, do you expect things to just show up at your door? I don't believe in that. No. Taking
Yeah.
strategic action steps. The strong belief, definitely. But hoping for the best and having a strong belief, no. And no offense, that's what they preach in church. I'm a Catholic, but they don't say, hey, take these action steps. Some might teach that in church. The majority do not. Just an example there. Other items for that story.
Yeah.
I think hopefully I gave you a good amount.
Yeah, I feel like there's still some details missing, but let me see. And again, maybe when I write it, usually after each chapter or as I'm writing the chapter, I'll send a few follow-up questions by email. So it's always easy to plug any gaps.
Oh, and this is what happens with the law of attraction too. So you've attracted this opportunity. But now
Hmm.
are you actually going to take the action to capitalize on the opportunity? Or are you going to let a little bit of time go by? You have to keep the momentum high. You have to
Right.
keep the energy level high so it can occur versus some people might just wait around, think they have more time,
Right.
and it slips through the cracks. What did
Okay.
I do? My energy got even higher. Okay, this is gonna work. I have to meet with this person. Guess what? I'm still at this job, but I'm going to take a conference room and I'm going to have my first meeting officially reviewing the contract that we're about to sign. And that's exactly what happened.
After you booked the meeting with the HR team at your old company, Chris's current company, how did that meeting go? Like, how did you specifically manage to land a client?
It was basically done before I even had the meeting. The law of attraction worked so well.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't negotiating, I wasn't selling myself. It was like the trust was already built through a person that was like me, similar values as me. There was already trust built. So
So,
it was
right,
a very easy transaction. Now I had to deliver though.
they hired you, even though you were basically brand new and had no track record, they still had faith in you to serve their interests. Is that right?
Yes. So he
Okay.
must have believed that I had that potential. And that's from knowing me for a few months. Maybe if it was, I'm a cold stranger, that probably
Yeah.
would have.
So they hired you on this basically the strength of Chris's recommendation.
Yes, and they knew me for a little while I was
Okay.
at that company.
You
And
gotta
I
work.
stayed connected with him. That could have definitely helped. But again, without the strong belief and me projecting the strong belief to him, maybe the way I even was mentioning it, like my energy in it, it influenced him, I guess,
Okay.
to say that. I think it comes back to that strong belief. Again, who knows about your strong belief and what action are you taking?
Point A on the outline, which we already started talking about. Like attracts like, you get back what you put out. You already spoke a lot about that, but just elaborate briefly. What does that mean to you? Why is it so important for companies who want to hire rock stars?
Yes, if a company wants to hire a great person, a rock star who's going to positively impact their ROI, A rock star is not going to be attracted to a low performer. Let's say you have a culture, an environment where majority of your professionals are low performers. They do the bare minimum. They leave at 5 o'clock every day, and everyone's seeing that. You bring in a great high performer to the organization who wants to excel, who wants to do more than expected. What do you think will happen? Are they going to be attracted to this culture, this environment of everyone's a 9-to-5 person, not putting in additional efforts? They don't care to earn even a bonus. That's going to repel the rock star. And it actually happened to me. Another quick story. When I went into this Fortune 500 company, the CFO was amazing. I felt like he was high energy. He wanted to get things done, wanted to improve the organization. That's why I was pulled into this finance director role to transform certain operational accounting, controllership functions. But when I got into the organization, and this is hard to tell from just an interview, when I got into the organization, everyone was doing the bare minimum. So when I went in with high energy, wanting to transform things, and I'm working with team members that want to do the bare minimum, that was not as motivating, maybe for the first month or two. Then it became draining to my energy, where I felt strongly, this is not the right environment for me. My belief system doesn't align with those that are operating at bare minimum. My belief system aligns with those that want to excel, continue to improve, continue to grow, and not capped at this bare minimum. Even though I'm putting in the right efforts and I'm seeing everyone is doing the bare minimum, and sometimes very reluctant to wanting to grow and transform, it created internally for me a mismatch that honestly also affected my mental health. I was no longer happy going to work. The goal, if you're lucky, is to excel in your profession if you're a rock star, plus be happy at work. And how can you increase the happiness? Be around like-minded people that appreciate the efforts that you put into your job and into relationships. And it's okay that professionals want to do the bare minimum, but let's say that in the interview process. If your professionals are doing the bare minimum, a high performer needs to know that. If your environment, though, is everyone wants to excel, well, the high performer and the rock star wants to know that. And then you will attract more of those rock stars. If your environment truly is that high performance culture, that's really the foundational block of a great environment that attracts rock stars. Now, you need someone to advocate for your rock star environment, the right person, but that's really what it is. You need that foundational block. Who is working in your environment? Are they rock stars? Law of attraction, rock stars attract rock stars. That's always going to exist. And that's a really true story because no one talks about this. My mental health, I was depressed. If you ask my partner at the time, who's my husband now, he's like, why are you so down coming home from work? You feel so tired. My energy was drained. My energy was drained and I felt unhappy that this is what I put myself in. How did I not see the signs? I was upset with myself that I made a horrible decision too. And how the hell am I going to get out of this? Well, obviously I started thinking, and that's where I started thinking with my partner about my executive recruiting firm, and motivated me to really focus on high performers, rock stars, versus the ones that were doing the bare minimum. So if you want to bring it around in a loop, that was also my motivation to help clients attract that type of talent, because I know how valuable it is to an organization. But if they build their talent the wrong way and they have these low performers, it's not going to work.